Welcome back to Blueprint Bootcamp Tournament Edition. Today we're going to be doing drawing number 14, the slide bushing. So stay tuned. Alrighty, so today on Blueprint Bootcamp Tournament Edition, we are doing drawing number 14, the slide bushing. It is a fairly simple part, but let's jump on over into our drawing and we'll take a look. So, if you follow me over into Onshape in our drawing, you'll see that we have a purple cylinder. We're going to call it our slide bushing. It's a tier 2 model. We are going to be drawing in inches today, so I will not have to change units, and we're going to be drawing in plain carbon steel. If we come up, you'll see this is kind of our final shape, what we're looking at. Our question we have to answer is, what is the mass of this part in XX.XX pounds with a tolerance of plus or minus 0.02 pounds. So a fairly simple part, and it goes super quick. So what I'm going to do is show a couple of different ways to kind of do this. But if we look overall, it's a cylinder that is 4 inches in diameter and 7.875 inches long. So we'll extrude that length. We are going to have to chamfer the ends, and then we have a slot that gets cut all the way through. That's 2 by 0.875 from the bottom, with some radii down there at the bottom. So fairly simple part. Like I said, I will show you how to draw this in a few different ways. So let's get started. Let's jump on over into Onshape. All right, once we are in Onshape, the first thing we're going to want to do is start a sketch. Now, the first way I'm going to draw this thing is I'm going to do it kind of like my speed run way, kind of the way I saw this, and the quickest way to kind of get this going. So I'm going to go Shift and S. I'll start on my front plane, Shift S, N to normalize, P to hide those planes. And I did this the first time, and I just did a rectangle. So I'm going to do G off my origin, and I need 7.875 by 2, which is half of 4. Control or Shift W. I'm going to revolve around that axis and say OK. I'm going to come up to my chamfer tool up here. I'm going to select both corners and give it 0.25 and a 45 degree. So we're good there. Shift over to this side, Shift and S to start that sketch and to normalize. And I'm going to start with a center point rectangle, kind of like so. It needs to be 2 inches wide. I'm going to do Shift and F to round these two corners. Those need to be 0.375. And last, I'm going to click D for dimension. Right here from the bottom up to here, it needs to be 0.875. Shift and E to extrude that guy out. Remove, symmetric, and through all. Boom. I have my shape done. So I'll right click. We're going to click Assign Material. Switch to the Custom Materials. And this one needs to be plain carbon steel. So we'll say OK. And if I come on over to my weight, I get 14.361, rounds down to 14.36, and that is our answer, dead on. That tolerance, that'll let you be anywhere from 14.34 all the way up to 14.38. So pretty big range, kind of little variance you can be, especially when there's not a whole lot of features to change. The only thing I could see kind of being an issue would be maybe this dimension down here would throw you off, or if you did the chamfer a little bit different. But that's kind of the way, I don't know, my brain wrapped it around. I'm going to start another version. So we know 14.36 is our final shape. I'm going to go ahead and turn my planes back on, get reoriented, and I'll show you another way to do it. So I'm going to start on the right plane this time and say Shift and S, and to normalize, and I'm going to draw that circle. We'll go 4. I'm going to draw that rectangle, not from the center. There we go. 2, Shift F, I'm going to round these corners to 0.375, and I'm going to just trim these guys out. Dimension from here down 0.875. Now I'm going to extrude that 7.875, and then we'll accept. Then I chamfer my corners last. So a little bit, I already got that in there, a little bit different of the way of doing it. Assign material, same thing, custom plain carbon steel, and our weight, and we still get 14.361. So that's another way you could kind of go about doing it. If you're really good at the extrude, if you're kind of better at that, this is kind of the way I learned when I first started doing stuff, but I feel like the being able to revolve and getting some math in there a little easier kind of helped me with that. Obviously it's symmetrical. Let's jump back over and do the drawing. You could actually draw half and flip it. In this instance, it's the same thing all the way through, so I don't know what that's going to help you with. But yeah, that's pretty much going to do it for us. Very, very simple drawing. I think this is one that if you're teaching this in class or you're trying to get better yourself, time yourself and see how much better you can get. See what it's going to do for you to practice and get better. And you know that number is 1436. See what you can do to shave off seconds. And you know, if you're a teacher, run this as a class contest, as a bell ringer, first thing in the morning, right when you guys start. Throw this guy out, see who can draw it the fastest, and then have them pit head to head. You don't have to do a full-on tournament setup, but I think just a way for them to be able to show off their skills and show how fast they can go. Very, very simple project. This is something that I love. It's also real world. We call it a slide bushing. You're thinking maybe like a roller pin is where I've seen this before, holding bearings in and whatnot. So very, very cool part, very real world, and I love that it is in inches. One thing I think I might change if I do this in class is swapping these to fractions. I know that would slow some kids down, doing 0.875 as a fractional measurement, 0.25, all these decimals, right, given into them as fractions, definitely throws them for a loop. So if you're going to be drawing this up, let me know in the comments. I want to see how fast you guys can do it. And we are actually going on spring break, so I will be at my phone. But if you guys want to practice over break, do some of these CAD Blueprint Bootcamp that we've been doing. This is number 14, so you got a lot of practice you can do. And let me know how it's working out for you. So that's going to do it for us. I'll see you guys next week. Take care.